What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here, and I'm here with a new deck profile for the new format, December 2018 format to be precise. Pretty much the last deck profile of the year for me, and it's going to be one of my favorite decks and one that a lot of you guys have requested. It's going to be Cosmo, but it's going to be with like a different twist because like last time I played Cosmo, as you guys saw, I played it against the Zodiac format and I played viruses, but like I'm taking a whole different take on it. But like viruses are okay still, but like I just didn't want to play viruses because everyone knows about it, and it's just better to play this version because I'm trying to win all the time. So yeah, I'm playing Cosmo, Demise, Artifacts. That's my deck. So yeah, as you guys can see, I got a crazy setup. You know, it took me a while to get this crazy setup, but it's looking nice. We're starting the year strong, by ending it strong. Going in 2019, we're gonna do this right. I'm in a rebranding. Alright, so let's do this. We're gonna start off with the monsters. We're starting off with 3 Cosmo Dart Destroyer. You have to play this card. This is literally the card that was on the ban list. That was at limited to 1, and now it's back at 3. And if you don't remember why this is limited to 1, you didn't play in a really bad time. This card literally says you cannot target it. My opponent. I can target it. You can't target it. And it also floats down by banishing from the graveyard to special summon another Cosmo monster, but it has to be level 7 or lower. So, funny fact about this card. Back when this card existed, it could not get Ash Blossomed. But in today's age, this card can get Ash Blossom when you banish it from the graveyard and try to special summon, so just be wary of that. So a lot of people don't know that this card can get Ash. When you're going for a game and you get Ash on this card, it's probably the worst feeling ever. But if they ain't got it, they dead. So yeah, this card, best card in the deck. You have to play it, even though it's Demise. This is the best big ship. You want to revive it and have it every time. So you're playing 3 of that card. We're playing 1 Cosmo Forerunner. I know my cards are all foreign. Sorry for anyone that really would like to read my cards. I don't like to read my cards. That's why I have foreign cards. But yeah, I'm just pretty much playing just the 1. So yeah, in a Demise build, you don't need any more big ships than the really important ones. This is non-targetable. Really important life gain effect. Getting 1,000 during your standby phase. Really good in time. You need this card. Just play 1 though. Just 1. Just recycle when you need it. Don't be greedy and play like 2 or 3. It's stupid. Coming from a Cosmo player that knows what he's doing sometimes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. Allegedly, I sometimes know what I'm doing. We have 1 Cosmo Landwalker. So basically, this is kind of a new addition to my deck. I basically wanted to play 1 more ship that could go down in the Slip Rider. So it had to be higher than level 5. So this is the one I chose, and its effect is actually really good. So pretty much when you have this guy in the field and any of your Cosmo cards are about to get destroyed, your monsters, you can destroy another card instead. So say if I have Cosmo Landwalker and a Cosmo Town, and you attack my Cosmo Landwalker, I use Landwalker to like kill my Cosmo Town. And then I get to search off Cosmo Town, and now you're still looking at my Landwalker awkwardly. So this is like really good for protection, and this combined with like Dark Lady is like a pretty good soft lock. It makes it really awkward for your opponent because they can't kill Dark Lady because you're just going to kill the Landwalker instead, and you still have to negate a monster effect. So he's important for that reason. And he's pretty big. 2400 attack is really good. Next important card. This is probably the best ship in the deck because you're playing artifacts. So you're obviously trying to pop your own cards during your opponent's turn to make sure they are not allowed to play if you don't draw Sanctum. So this card popping Scythe, or my other card Moral Tech, very important to play on your opponent's turn. And plus this like having 23 attack and it's level 5 is actually kind of just ridiculous. Like I don't even care. Like I'll ram this card to get a Straw Man or a Tin Can at any time. Like this card is just that nuts. And it's really good against other back row decks like Ultra Geist or anything that plays back row. So you gotta play this, or sometimes you need to even pop your Cosmo Town because you drew like another one. So you can just pop it and search a real card like a bigger ship or Cosmo Joe. Yeah, this is like the most important ship in the deck. And obviously Dark Destroyer turns into any of these other ones, so that's why it's really good. You just have more copies of these cards. So 3 Slip Rider, very important. Speaking of Dark Lady, you just play one. The one to negate monster effects. So pretty much you're just playing the monsters like you're trying to revive and make sure your opponent can't play. So like say if I have Scythe and I bring this back from the grave because I tin canned it to the grave. Like you can't special from the extra deck and I have a monster negation. Your turn's pretty much over after just one effect. I don't want to see what you can really do after I negate one of your monster effects, because if you only have one normal summon a turn and you can't special from the extra deck, your turn's pretty much over. So this having a 2200 body that can like negate a monster effect is really relevant. And plus she's a pilot. So many dark Cosmo Dark Destroyer off of this is pretty nuts, honestly. After you negate a monster effect, you just forget it's an actual pilot, you banish it to summon Dark Destroyer. It's pretty nice. Alright. To get to the pilots, the other ones, we play one Farm Girl. You can't play more in this deck. We're playing Demise. We're not trying to have too many of them. You just be very careful with this card. Make sure you have it in your deck pretty much at all times, unless you have a lot of revival cards. So yeah, Farm Girl, attack, search a Cosmic card when you do battle damage. Whenever they see this coming, they usually just scoop, but low-key they don't know that you have like just one in your deck. But usually just one searching the Dark Destroyer is all you ever need to win the game, so they usually die after that. The other one of Pilot is just Strawman. So this guy is really important for your recursion. Summons any of your big ships, so you can summon any of these guys, and then it recurs back, and it kills these to get your most important pilot, which is, obviously, Cosmo Tin Can. This card, if you don't have this card, basically, your deck's pretty slow. But if you have this, you can get like a +2 or 3 pretty much at your end phase, because you have so many revival cards, you get a card that goes to your hand. It's just insane. If you don't open with this card, your deck's struggling a little bit. But like if you open this card with a revival or a trap, you're golden. Like literally Tin Can's the heart of this deck. If you don't have this card, you're in trouble. But if you have it, you're gonna probably win. Because this beats Ash, just by the way, a lot. And like, I don't know why you'd Ash this and you have no follow-up. And when you set like 3 or 4 back row. Like, I just do one of the meme phases. Like, alright, that's cool. Like, whatever. Tin Can, very important card. Play 3. That's literally all the Cosmo monsters. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Literally 14 Cosmo monsters. Like, that's really low for a Cosmo deck. But you gotta remember, this is Cosmo Artifact Demise, which is why we're getting to the artifacts right now. So these are technically monsters, but you can set them in your back row. And obviously with Cosmos, as you guys know, back in the day, you could always summon Slip Rider. You can target your own back row, so if this is set, you pop it on their turn, then they can't play. Like, this lets them not summon for the whole extra deck the whole turn, which I don't know what deck in the format right now that wouldn't use the extra deck besides like Ultra Guys, but my deck has like a free win over Ultra Guys because you can't target my ships. So like, I don't know how you're gonna beat it if you can't Sequoidus it. You have to get like a Hextia with a bunch of big monsters under it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, how to kill Dark Destroyer. And then at that point I have too many traps. So you're not actually killing my ship for real. You're just wasting resources to kill one, so let me play on your turn some more. And also, this is like the other one that's like, I don't want to play 3 side because that's a lot, because not all decks like will like use the extra deck. So like this is just another option to like let your opponent like not be ready for something. Like this just targets a card and pops it, but it doesn't target. People forget about that. This card does not target, so it just pops a face-up card that's in the way. You don't want to deal with it. And all these cards have synergy with all the revival cards. So if these ever get like discarded off of Demise, you can revive them off your revival cards. So those are the monsters. I think it's like 17 with the artifacts. So we're getting into the spells now. 3 of the best card in the deck. 3 Cosmo Towns. So Cosmo Town, as you guys know, you get to mulligan all your Cosmo monsters. You get to reveal as many as you want, throw them back in your deck, and draw that many. Or you can return a banished monster from your banished pile to your hand, and then you take 100 life points per level. So if you add Dark Destroyer, you take 800. And then the other effect that's insane is if this card is destroyed, you search any Cosmo card. So like you can search another one of these. So if someone like ogres this, like a retard, and you're like, effect, you better have Ogre Ash to like stop me from searching because I'm just gonna get another one and do it again. So a lot of people that never played against Cosmo don't know how broken this field spell is, because like it's literally, it's once per turn per copy. So like I can mulligan once with this one. If I draw another one, I can mulligan again with another one. Like that's how broken this was. This is like one of the first field spells that were broken, like Grand Spellbook of Tower. That was broken. But yeah, searching any Cosmo card's good. If you search a ship, if you need it, you can search the trap if you need it. Search another Cosmo Town if they pop this. It's really good. Here we go to the Demise. This card says draw up to 3 cards. We all know this card should be banned. Honestly, this is like one of the most redundant cards. There should be no card in the game that lets you draw up to 3 cards. That's like the restrictions. You can't special summon and you can't deal damage for the rest of the turn. So you attack them first, then you damage, and then main phase 2 you set all your stuff, normal summon, whatever you gotta do, then activate and draw 3 cards. Doesn't seem fair, right? It isn't. Just by the way. I don't have to explain this card anymore. No. This is too broken. You know, Diane. Alright.
I really?
I mean, you do now, right? I just told you about it. Alright, so we play Pot of Duality. So your deck does special summon. But if you don't see Tin Can or Demise or Cosmo Town to mulligan in your hands, you're probably losing. And we only played 2 of this because Thunder Dragons say you can't Tin Can and you can't activate this card. So I want less of these cards, but I still want this card. So like Thunder Dragon Colossus is actually like a pain in my ass. Like that card wrecks this. Like hella bad. Like that's why I don't want to see 3 of these ever. So I'm only gonna play 2 Duality because of Thunder Dragons existing. I'd probably play 3 if Thunder Dragons didn't exist, but they do. And that's another reason, I'm gonna explain this right now. I didn't play Viruses because Full Force Virus does not hit a damn thing in Thunder Dragons. Let me just tell you that right now. Nothing. Don't do it, because I flipped it once on a player, and I'm like, I didn't hit anything. Yeah, I didn't hit anything. This doesn't feel good. Like, it's just so neg. Like, it's good against like Dark Warrior and stuff like that, but like if I'm not really scared of that. I'm just gonna do other stuff to that. If I want to play it, I'm gonna play it for that stuff, but like not for Thunder Dragons. And obviously the last spell card in this deck, Emergency Teleport. You all know what this card does. It should never go to 2 or 3. Don't ever say that in my comment ever again. If this card goes to 2 or 3, we got a lot of problems. I'm just saying. You don't want me to Cosmo Farm Girl every damn time, or Tin Can. Like, that's basically, like, what's gonna happen. You're gonna get killed every time I have this card. Because every time I do have it, I generally win. So, it's cheating. But this, once again, another card that can get ashed, that never could get ashed back in the day. E-Telly, that gets ashed. Alright, trap cards. Why you win. This card says no. Solemn Judgment, and this card also says no. Solemn Warning. So I'm only playing this because of Thunder Dragons, because they main deck Denko. And Denko Sekka says I lose pretty fast. So these are 2 cards that stop Denko Sekka to let me beat them. And yeah, light points can be an issue in Cosmo, but like in general, these cards are just too good not to play. And this stops evenly matched. If somebody's main decking that, shame on you. But I'm ready. I'm ready for you. Just FYI, you're not beating me with that main deck shit. Not today. Alright, so main fact of the deck is basically revolved around this new card. I don't know why this card, I didn't pick this card up when it was like $7, $8 at sneak preview. I feel retarded. I even saw it. I was like, I don't know. This card is insane. This card banishes a normal trap from your deck, except for itself. Because you can't do this to this. That's stupid anyway. I wouldn't do that anyway. And then you set another one from your deck. So like, this will just extra copies of like the best cards in my deck, which are about to come up, and you'll see why this card is just amazing. Like, this card is just extra copies of the cards that let me win the game. So I'm gonna show you all the cards that are its targets right now. So let's say we get this card. Your turn's turned off, right? You can't play from the extra deck. Like, you're in trouble. Like, Cosmos are big monsters if you can't summon from the extra deck, just FYI. And I'm gonna kill you for the most part if you just have one monster. Just letting you know. So yeah, Artifact Sanctum, one of the best cards. You're always trying to stun your opponent for 1 turn and pretty much kill them next turn. Or just grind them out with back row. Because that's what this deck does. So this is one of the targets for Trap Trick. Another broken card for Trap Trick is the Cosmo Trap card. It's another normal trap card, so you can banish it. And remember, this card says normal traps. Don't be trying to cheat and be like banish like continuous stuff or like counter traps. It says normal, so like Sanctum's normal, this is normal. Cosmo just like the best spot removal in this deck. It doesn't target, and it can banish a card from either your field or the graveyard. And if your opponent, if you flip this, target your ship, and they say no response, and then you like target their back row, they can't chain it. Like, it doesn't target, so like you have to let them know, like, I asked if you had a response, you said no. And this doesn't target, so it banishes it, and then I resolve my ship, banish it, and summon something. So this card's amazing. You can hit engages from the grave, like that's kind of hot. Hitting Sky Strikers. Everyone loves Sky Strikers, right? Yeah. This card banishes engage. I want to banish engage really bad. Sounds really fun. Alright, so that's one of the targets. And then one of the only good normal trap cards that revive, which is like the best card in this deck. Any revival cards are really good because like my deck, you can summon any of these monsters, everything, including artifacts. So like if I draw them under Demise and I have to discard them, and I discard them, and then I have this set, like I'm golden. Like this card pretty much just lets me summon a monster in defense position. It doesn't negate its effect. It's not once per turn. It's settable off the trap trick. So like I can use it for these are just more copies of this. Like my deck is just really focused on not letting your opponent play by having so much advantage. So anything I'm discarding is technically not discarding if I'm just reviving it back with this and then plussing off of it, like a tin can or a scythe ending your turn. But then again, I still love Call the Haunted because Call the Haunted is like, it summons in attack mode, so when it's my turn I can kill you. And this summons in defense mode, so it doesn't kill you. But like, I'm a big fan of Call the Haunted, but you have to remember why I play this. It's because of this card. Trap Trick. I play it because it's a normal trap. So that's the reasoning behind that. And getting to the reasoning of it, and those are all the targets for Trap Trick. It's just those 3 cards pretty much. And then, speaking of the devil, why I like this card, I just wanted, I can't take this out of the deck. I had to play it. It's just too good. So 5 revival cards in the deck, making it, I believe, 42 cards. Call the Hunt is just, it's insane. Sometimes like you need to like summon Slip Rider to pop this to kill the Slip Rider to get something else, like a Farm Girl. It's like weird situation where you have to pop your own guy, and then this is not attached to your monster, so you can't pop it with Slip Rider to like summon something else. So there's a lot of really good like plays with this card and Slip Rider. Like you guys won't know until you actually play it and find out yourselves. But yeah, that's the main deck. 42 cards. Cosmo Artifact Demise. That's pretty much the main deck. 42. Really solid. I've been playtesting it for a while, honestly, since like the new format came out. Yeah, I've been really working on this deck, and I think I perfected it, guys. You guys have to try it out and let me know. Extra deck. We're gonna go with rank 5s. Boom. We got Constellar Pleiades, amazing card. Artifact Durandal and Focusaurus. These are only rank 5s you ever need, besides this guy. I guess he's a rank 5, and Nova. But basically you're using this to combo with this and any of those, but mainly using this for that. So Cyber Dragon from Nova Infinity, one of your most extra deck card that you ever summon is Infinity, because a negate with a trap and a big ship is kind of insane. But yeah, that's all you need. Burn, reset hand, or change them their effects to blowing up an artifact or a Cosmo Town in your back row. And bouncing your Call the Haunted's kind of hot with this, and bouncing your Dark Destroyer to your hand when you have a pilot in your field is pretty cool. So this has a lot of synergy in the deck. I recommend you playing Pleiades if you never played with that card before. You're gonna love it. It's insane. So that's all the Ixies. Now we got Links, because actually our deck never used Links before. Usually it was just extra deck junk that you never made, like more Ixies. But now we can play Links. This with Tin Can, when your Tin Cans are dead, this isn't a bad card, so like you're negating an attack and making it 0 is not bad. Yeah, he's not bad. He's kind of cute. We got Underclock Taker. There's a lot of cool plays with Dark Destroyer and then making their guys 0, because Dark Destroyer is huge. Cleave Genius, really good generic link for this deck with ships, because you need 2 machine type monsters. Yeah, pretty good monster. It negates face-up cards, so like you can negate a floodgate, like if it's in the way. So this guy's really good. Yeah. Trisbania for time. We're always banishing back row and burning. You never really need them, but like there'll be a time where you just need stuff like this, so we just play them because your extra deck's pretty flexible. And then we get into the Nightmare package. These are only Nightmares you ever need. This setting off Sanctum is kind of hot. This spinning away anything is pretty still cool. And then always popping back row generically is good. So yeah. Oh, I can't wait to set an Imperial Order off of that. It's in my side, but like, it'll happen. But like, Sanctum, it's hot. And the last two extra deck cards are Boral Sword and Boral Load. This the Steel Colossuses, and this is the Steel Games, because it kills them. They're always dead after you attack them with Boral Sword, pretty much. But yeah, really good cards. You never really make them. But they're there. You know, they're for options. Alright, for side deck, honestly, I could work on the side deck, but I kind of like where it's at right now. So, like, you can take this with whatever, like, creativity. You can change it, whatever. But just like one of these for combo decks. So, like, any Rongo, Bongo deck, this is just another Scythe. Really good against Thunder Dragons sometimes, too. So, I would side that against Thunder Dragons. Good card. You can get off of Sanctum. So, really good. And you don't need to play more because you play, like, 5 Revival cards. You don't need this all the time. Cosmo Dark Eclipser for back row dot decks. He negates traps pretty much, and yeah, he's really hard to kill. He's untargetable. He negates multiple traps. So however many monsters you have in your grave, Cosmo Monsters, you can negate traps. Really good. 3 Twin Twisters, just generic back row hate. Really good. Don't need to explain that. There's the card I really want to summon off a Griffin and set it. That'd be hot. Negate spells, really good going first certain matchups, so I like that card on the side. I'd main deck it, but it's not a normal trap, so like it's just making my deck 43 cards. So this card, Synergy. Every other card you see in my side deck is going to be Synergy with Trap Trick. So like you can get Trap Trick off of this. You can get Trap Trick off of this. My Crush, that's really good. This is good for any aggressive deck. These are good for any other combo deck, Torrential Tribute. And then a really cool combo with this and Trap Trick. If you just open trash set Trap Trick and you side these in and you don't draw any of these, you even leave them after they attack you if they don't kill you. It's a really nice combo. So like these are all just Synergy with Trap Trick, and these are just all winning games. Like this keeps you from dying, this keeps them from playing, you know all their hand. This punishes them for overcommitting. This also punishes them for overcommitting. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck profile right there for you guys. Cosmos in 2018, the end of the year deck profile from me. You guys can expect some more stuff like this from me. I'm gonna step up my game with the help of my camera person Diane. Thank you, shout out to you for helping me record. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below of my deck profile. What would you guys change, or what do you guys like? Let me know, because I like criticism. You guys can help me out make this better. But yeah, if you guys stay tuned, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you guys in 2019. Alright, we're out. Peace.